You're absolutely right. We have a caller, Mitch from Pittsburgh. Mitch, go ahead. Tell us what you're thinking.
Hey Nash, how's it going? For this game, I feel like it's a key of which team has the better quarterback. And in this instance, I believe that the Steelers are in the better foot with having Ben at the helm compared to Cincinnati with A.J. McCarron, being the fact that Roethlisberger has multiple playoff wins while McCarron is just fresh into this league and has no appearances yet in the postseason.
Yeah, no, I completely understand that. And looking at just a game that happened just a few weeks ago, the Pittsburgh Steelers played the Cincinnati Bengals and were able to win 33-20. A lot of people were picking that as the Cincinnati Bengals winning, but then the Pittsburgh Steelers just kind of turned it on. And it seems like later in the season that they're continuing to turn it on. And I think A.J. McCarron's gone the wrong direction for this team. I think Andy Dalton is still the legitimate quarterback at this place. And I don't think that A.J. McCarron is going to be suiting the Cincinnati Bengals well in a very critical, very detrimental, possibly, situation for Marvin Lewis, as he could be ending up on the hot seat if he loses, what would this be now? The 5th playoff game?
This would be his 5th playoff loss.
Yeah, in the first round. So that's not a good thing. Which led us to that point we were talking about earlier, Matt, where we have maybe not seen the last of the firings. If Pittsburgh beats Cincinnati, does Marvin Lewis get fired?
No way. No, and the other thing, I kind of want to talk to Mitch about this too.
He's gone.
I understand. Oh, okay. I wanted to bring this up. I understand that was a good. No, it wasn't. I like Mitch. He's a great writer. Go visit his stuff at jockjournal.com. But to say that this is going to come down to a quarterback matchup, and then to talk about Ben Roethlisberger, he's the 14th ranked quarterback this year. There's 13 quarterbacks, including Kirk Cousins, Jameis Winston, Blake Bortles, Eli Manning, Matt Ryan, Phillip Rivers, Russell Wilson, obviously, all of these quarterbacks that did better this year than him. He's thrown 16 interceptions on the year. That again says to me, it's going to come down to this defense. And is this offensive unit as a whole good enough to overcome some of these obstacles, not make the same mistakes they've made in a lot of games? Because this is a defense where you make a small mistake and they take advantage of it. Does McCarron have to be that good if he gets the ball at the 30 or the 40-yard line, 2-3 times heading into the end zone? I don't think he does.
Yeah, no, I'm kind of in the same boat. I tend to agree. One of the biggest keys for this game, I think, is going to be the red zone efforts of both of these teams. Both of them are pretty good in the red zones, but neither of them are excellent. And when it comes down to December weather, the red zone is a very difficult place to play. You got a lot of receivers on the Pittsburgh side that have struggled in the red zone this year. It seems that they're better scoring actually from about the 30 than they are from the 10, which is a bizarre circumstance. And I'm not sure that Cincinnati, with the way they're structured, with Vontaze Burfict literally running all over the place, that he has the ability to be that legitimate contender in the red zone for this team to push through and make a good game. It's going to be cold. It's going to be cold, and the ball's going to be hard. And when hard balls hit you, wow, that sounded really weird for a second.
Yeah.
But when hard balls hit you,
tell us, Ness. Tell us how it sounds when hard balls hit you. Tell us what that feels like. When they hit you in the chin or in the side of the cheek, how does that feel?
Yeah, we want Brady to deflate our balls. It makes catching the balls that are hard a lot easier when a little bit of air is taken out of those hard balls. But it's true though. You've played football in the cold? You know what it's like when you get that because the ball literally becomes like a brick. And you throw that thing, and it hits you. It doesn't feel like a football anymore. It feels like literally like somebody just punched you in the chest. That's
so
hard.
This might come down to a running game too. The other thing I don't think we've really mentioned is this: D'Angelo Williams is in a walking boot. He's not playing this weekend, more than likely.
No,
still in a walking boot.
I was not aware of that. It's
as of today, Wednesday, still in a walking boot. So, I mean, it's looking like he's not going to play. So now here it's going to be that prolific offense with Fitz Toussaint. Who is that? Fitz Toussaint and Jordan Todman in the backfield.
The question is D'Angelo Williams being out bigger than Andy Dalton being out? And
yes, especially in the cold.
Yeah, I can see your point, and I kind of agree with it. And especially with the Pittsburgh Steelers' difficulties inside the red zone, it can be a real detriment later on. Guys, I want to let everybody know before we get too far into this, and one of the things I forgot to mention at the top of the hour is that we are going to have the War Room, the ladies in after the break, and if you have a question, if you have something you want us to ask them, now's your chance to let us know. Just go ahead and text us at 77948, type the word text, and then the question that you have for us to read to them. We'll let them know that it was from one of our listeners, and we'll throw it out there. They're willing to field your questions. However, we don't have enough room on the phone lines with both the ladies to be able to take calls during that time. And I hope that we do get a lot of response, because these ladies would love to answer your questions. They are nothing but the best. We have a call coming in right now, so let's go ahead and answer it. It might even be our guest of honor. Just a moment. Caller, how are you doing tonight?
Hey, it's Peter. How are you?
Hey, Peter. How you doing?
Good, thanks. I just had a quick thought on the Steelers-Bengals game.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Peter.
All right, so my thought was, you guys talked about D'Angelo Williams possibly not playing. That's really going to hurt the Steelers, in my opinion, because when if you're going to rely on the pass too much, I think it's going to hurt you at the end of the day, because the Bengals defense is really great at creating turnovers and defending the pass. And you guys already touched upon it, second in scoring defense. So if they can't run the ball, they should be able to blanket those receivers who you guys have struggled in the red zone. And now with the cold weather coming up, it's really going to hurt the Steelers. And I think the Bengals are going to win this game, because McCarron will limit his mistakes, and he saw all the weapons around him that Ben Roethlisberger is not going to have with Williams being out, which will affect the Steelers as a team, in my opinion, offensively.
Go ahead, Matt.
I think that's great, and thank you for calling in, because that makes a lot of sense. You're exactly right. Look, the secondary of the Cincinnati Bengals is no joke. So now they don't have to worry about a running threat. They can pull everyone back, and they have legitimate secondary there, safeties and cornerbacks that you need to worry about just by themselves. So now you're not giving them any pressure. Second thing I think you were right on about, look, if McCarron plays like in the first half against the Broncos, this team's in trouble. It'll be a blowout. He didn't go out there until the second half and really start making mistakes. In that first half, he looked really good. He was making some out passes right to the sidelines that were pretty. I mean, he looked really good. If he can put a whole game of that together, I think they're in trouble.
I think so, too. We got another caller, 757. Go ahead from 757. Who are you? $757, you there?
Hello? It's a pocket dial. Just let it go.
It looks like it's a pocket dial. 757.
That's awesome. I hope something good happens.
Take care. We'll catch you later. Okay.
A lot of calls tonight.
Yeah, absolutely, which is really exciting, because in a few moments we're about to have the ladies, and we're going to go to break just a smidge early, but we want you, again, to text us, email us, send up a smoke signal. If you got something you want to ask the War Room, this is your chance. Go ahead and dial us 77948, or just go ahead and email us at radio@jockjournal.com, or go to the jockjournal.com/JJR page, and the form is right there. You just fill it out. We'll bring you in. But with that, guys, we're going to go ahead and head to break for just a few moments, and we hope at the end of break we'll have the ladies on, and we will enjoy the War Room. We'll see you after the break.
Finally, can we take a moment and stop listening to these idiots long enough to get the Cars for Kids jungle stuck in my head?
1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cards for Kids. 1-877 Cards for Kids. Donate your card today.
1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Also on the web at carsforkids.com. That's Cars with a K. We're a recognized 501c3 charity organization, so you'll receive a maximum tax deduction. What's more, you'll receive a free vacation voucher of 3 days and 2 nights.
1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Are you looking for the web's best sports news? Visit jockjournal.com. Sports media has lost its touch. It seems that journalists are scared to report what they see, in fear of losing access to the teams they cover. At jockjournal.com, you get inside information on the entire NFL community without all the politics or fears other writers have. That's jockjournal.com. When you need the NFL sports news, information, opinions, fantasy football, or discussions, there is only one place to go, and it's jockjournal.com.
How would you love to generate a great income from the comfort of your home? Well, now you can. This amazing money-making home-based business is designed to give you time and freedom. Would your life change if you made $10,000 within 21 days and $20,000 plus every month thereafter? Sounds amazing, right? Anyone can do it, even you. Call 800-704-8681 and let their expert staff tell you all about this brand new business opportunity. Why wait? You have nothing to lose. We have the tools, training, resources, and community to help anyone get on the fast track to success. Call 800-704-8681. That's 800-704-8681. It's the easiest, most powerful home-based money-making system on the web. Call today and change your life.
You are listening to Jock Journal Radio. News, opinion, and discussion for all you jock stars. You are listening to Jock Journal Radio. News, opinion, and discussion for all you jock stars.
Okay, we're back. I had to surf porn and post my pics on an adult website.
Right. So,
All right, guys,
cool.
we are back. Thank you so much, Jock Stars, for hanging in there. We already have Marnie on the line, and Mrs. Susan T. Spencer is going to be calling in just in a few moments. I just got off the line with her. So, guys, we are very excited to have Mrs. Susan T. Spencer and Marnie Schnieder with us for the first inaugural segment called The War Room. Wow, we have some breaking news to throw out to you ladies, and we get the exclusive first reaction. Why don't you go ahead? You heard it first, Matt, so go ahead and toss it out there.
Well, I mean, it looks like Lovie Smith was just let go by the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Ladies, what do you think about this? Predictable? Not? Hey, I didn't see it coming.
Well, you know, each organization has its own. Every organization that's run of the 32 teams has a different philosophy, and if the owner is running the team, they'll have their own opinion and nobody else's count. And so, but if they rely on their GMs or they rely on their personnel people, because most of the current owners today are not football people. They don't know the game. They didn't start with it. They didn't live with it. And therefore, they're just taking it based upon the statistics of how many wins and losses. And they're not doing it in a very organized way. And that's just too bad, because in the 80s, we had the opposite. We had really good football people. that were owners. And today it's more corporate, and as a result of that, you're just losing a whole lot